Hello and welcome along to this tutorial video on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Retro Sorter. On console at the moment we don't have any bridge mods, so I'm just doing this quick tutorial on how to use silage clamps as bridges. So here we are doing a time lapse on Haut Barillon. And the technique I'm going to use makes use of the ability to stack items on top of each other. This is something new to Farming Simulator 22. Farming Simulator 19 wasn't able to do this. So here I'm using a decorative item that will allow me to place a silage clamp higher up than ground level. As you see there, it allows you to place it on top. Obviously the ground doesn't reach, so once we've figured out where we want it to be, we now need to level the ground either side of where the bridge is going to be level with the top of the decoration. So as you can see here, you cannot really landscape while the item is in place. So I've deleted it again so I can extend the flat area beyond the point that it needs to be, and then we will replace the item. Also, you can tidy up any areas that might such they're overlapping the road. Makes it easier when the silage clamp is not in place. And then we will replace the bridge. So I'm just selecting one of the modded silage clamps there. Now, one of the problems you may have is it'll say flattening failed, but I find that if you just press circle to go back into the menu without placing it and do not move your cursor, then re-enter the silage clamp, it will allow you to place it, as you can see there. So as long as the price doesn't say more than the actual price of the item, that means no landscaping will be done. So that's what you want it to say, is the price of the silage clamp, which I think that was 40,000. If it says 40,300 and something, then that means it's going to do some landscaping, which probably means it's going to mess up what you have already done. And from there we just want to tidy up, make up the landscape as you want. And then the final step would be to delete the decorative items that are holding the bridge up, so to speak, just to complete the project, to finish off the landscape in here, put in some grass and things like that. Obviously I didn't bother redoing the fields there, but you just need to come in with a plough and recreate the fields wherever you need them to be, and job done. So now we're going to move on to another example I made on No Man's Land. This is making use of the fact that the water plane is just below the surface of the ground, so I've put a river in, and you may have seen on the thumbnail there at the beginning, this is something I've been working on a upcoming series I'm going to be doing based on No Man's Land. So here we go. As you can see there, if you just try and place the silage clamp, it won't go any higher than ground level. This is another modded one I'm going to use here, the one that's got some decorative items draped over it. So there I've just levelled the base of the river so I can put these decorative items on the height that I want the bridge. Place it there, see where it needs to be. It's a bit over to one side, so I'll just place some more decorative items. If you don't know how to do that, you just basically press triangle and then it allows you to overlap items. And here we just raise the ground a little bit to see where it needs to be. Try and get the level just level with the top of those decorative items, and then we can place the silage clamp and see how things look. So as you can see, it may take you a few attempts to get everything looking how you want it to look. Just persevere and you'll get the result you need. Obviously there's just a little bit of tidying up that needs required, and then it's just finishing off the landscape as you want it to look. I've not done a whole lot on this one, I just smooth things out and put the grass back in really. So there we are, just finishing off the grass. Don't forget to remove the decorative items from underneath the bridge, and there you're done. Bit of concrete underneath there to make it look like it's secure, I guess, well supported. So here we are at the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please drop me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this type of content, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Here is a sneak preview of my upcoming farm build series on No Man's Land, a bridge I made earlier. This one includes a forded crossing which would be there before the bridge was built. Anyway, if you have any suggestions or questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to reply. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.